What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mike It Yourself. Today is Review Wednesday, and what we're going to look at today is we're going to take a look back at the air ride we installed on the 2017 Road Glide. If you remember, we just took the stock system and threw on an eBay air ride system that uses essentially the same parts that all the other guys do. I felt pretty confident that we were going to get a quality system. And it's worked out great. Now, we made a few modifications since we did the installation, so I'll cover those really quick. So the first modification that we made was we added in an air gauge to measure or to visually see where the pressure was sitting at. And what that does is just helps me better understand like how stiff the ride's going to be and so on, right? And then also to make sure that I'm not losing air. If you've worked on air suspensions at any point in time, you know, depending on, day of the week or whatever, you're going to lose air sometimes. So you want to make sure you monitor that, and that's an easy tool to do that. The second modification we did, and we did this just recently, is we moved the switch, the inflation and dump valve switch, from its location next to the side panel all the way up to the gauge cluster. So we'll take a look at those two real quick. But since then, everything else has been great. So let's take a look at the system. All right, so let's quickly just touch on the two modifications we did and then just kind of revisit the installation here. So we added in the pressure gauge. This is awesome. The system starts lifting the bike up, or the suspension starts to rise once you hit about 40 psi or 60 psi on this gauge. And then when I'm sitting on the bike, it sits at about 80 psi. That's when I know I'm at my little comfort level as far as the height of it. And then as I double up, then that pressure is going to be a little bit higher. So this is a great monitoring tool. Again, the big part for me was to monitor whether or not the system was low on air. The other modification we did since the original installation is we moved the toggle switch from the side panel up to here. And I really, really wish I would have did this first. So super convenient as far as location goes, and well hidden, doesn't bother anything. So I really like this spot. Granted, if you can get the buttons here, if you want to spend the extra dollars for that, that would be just as good. And then if you want to, spring for the thumb control, actually I think it goes on that side. If you want to spring for the thumb control, that's an awesome opportunity as well. So I mean, all of these options are great. So it's all dependent to you. I love this one. Now going down to the side here, of course we did the standard installation and utilized the mounting bracket that came with the kit here. It doesn't rub, it doesn't get in the way of anything, it doesn't rattle. I don't have any issues with this at all. So this has been a very solid system. And truth be told, the only problems I've had so far, and actually it's not even a plural, it's a singular. The only problem I've had is I did have the air deplete once while I was riding, but that was my fault. So let me explain what happened. When I initially did the installation on this, the tubing, I pulled it from that side, the other side of the bike, brought it over. And when I did that, I didn't catch that I left a little bit of slack in it. And what happened is while I was riding, the belt was rubbing on the line, and it actually rubbed away enough to where it created a hole. And while I was riding, the back of the bike dumped on me. Now, that sounds scary, right? But actuality, it wasn't. I felt it go down, and what's really great about this system is even at its lowest point, the tire will not rub your fender. Now, keep in mind, I don't have any kind of lowering blocks, so if you got that stuff on yours, then you're modifying what this was intended to do, and all bets are off in that case. But in this particular case, I was able to ride the bike home, took a look at it, found what the problem was, resolved that problem, fixed the line, took that slack out so that way it wouldn't rub the belt anymore, and I haven't had a single problem since. All right, so kind of quick recap, with the air suspension on the Road Glide, I love it. I don't have any problems with it. I'm still kind of learning it as I go. I haven't taken any kind of crazy canyon riding or anything like that. So, but ultimately, what's really nice is I have the option. I can soften the ride or I can stiffen the ride depending on how much pressure I put in there to really give me, what I'm looking for as far as comfort goes. And I love the fact that it's just as easy to do with one person as it is with two people. So that's great as well. Again, one of those things that's going to be time will tell and really determine whether or not I truly like this system. But ultimately, I gotta say, for the most part, you'll hear everybody who's got a Harley Davidson tell you that one of the first things you want to do is change out the stock suspension system. So that's exactly what we did. The other big thing is, I can't get enough of doing this. So as you can see, I enjoy doing that, and I love riding low and slow. This thing looks amazing with that air suspension. So it's a definite, I recommend, and a success as far as a Review Wednesday goes. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, become a subscriber. And if you don't want to miss out on that next video, hit the notification bell. You'll get the ding ding to let you know that next video is posted. If you don't want to hear it, don't hit the notification bell, but you got to become a subscriber. And until the next one, I hope to see you in the win.